The sound should be first, actually. We are back. Sorry, guys. I'm hungry, eating my pizza. Very unprofessional way to start a stream. But the engineer caught me off guard. I thought I had longer, but we are back, guys. And after the defeat that we just witnessed, after that Manchester United result, that 2-1, a nice, a nice defeat. A nice defeat. A defeat that I hope will trigger Ten Hag into doing something different, into approaching the football matches in a different way. Do something has to change. Something has to change drastically, or this guy is not going to last until Christmas. He's not. But we are here for the Arsenal match. We're here for the Arsenal game. So, as usual, guys, smash the like, turn on the notifications, and if you ain't subscribed, subscribe below. This is Chosen Wisdom Football, a football channel where really, I say this, it's a football channel about people who like football. We try not to be too biased on this channel. We have a saying that goes like this: we say what we see, not how we feel. Yes, I know football is a religious sport. We religiously support our teams, which means a lot of times there's not a lot of logic going into the way that we look at things and the way that we assess things, because football's an emotional sport. And because of that, we end up having the craziest takes. We end up liking the footballers that, or supporting footballers that are not that good because they make us feel good. So yeah, we say what we see, not how we feel here. I'm a Man United fan, and we are now going to watch Arsenal play football. So this is going to be, part of me will be watching, hoping that Arsenal lose. Let's be now. I'm going to be real. I want to watch good football. That's the first thing. I want to see these two teams ball out. I want to see goals. I want to see excitement. I want to see just good football. But of course, as a Man United fan, I also want to see Arsenal lose. Of course I do. Come on, let's be real. So yeah, especially after Man United's loss, I don't want Arsenal to win. But we're here for good football, guys. So if you're here to watch some good football, whether you're a United fan, an Arsenal fan, or just a neutral, we're here to watch some good football, to talk about some good football, to watch the wingers, to watch the way that Arsenal play football, to understand it a bit more, to see if Arsenal's football has evolved this season, has changed this season, to see what Aston Villa have in store. You know, what kind of football are Aston Villa are going to play under Emery this season? So yeah, let's smash a like, guys, if you're coming in. I will be joined by an Arsenal fan anyway. So I won't be here by myself. I will be joined by an Arsenal fan. Well, let's see this. Let's see who's starting anyway. Let me just check the starting lineup quickly. All right, so for Villa, who are Villa starting? So Villa are starting obviously Martinez in goal, Matty Cash, Konza, Torres, Digny. All right. They've got Onana and Tillemans in midfield, Leon Bailey, Rogers, McGinn, Ollie Watkins. A very workhorse team, a very strong team. I forget that Onana now plays for Aston Villa. This should be a good game, you know. This should be a good game. I'm expecting some decent football today. Now let's quickly look at Arsenal's team. David Ryan goal, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber. All right, you guys starting Timber today. Interesting. Odegaard, Partey, and Rice in midfield is kind of what I expect. Saka, Havertz, and Martinelli up as your front three is what I expect. So the only surprise for Arsenal is Timber starting. What's his name? Instead of that Ukrainian Zinchenko. So Arsenal fans, let me know what you're saying about or what you're thinking about your team. This is going to be one of those games where Arsenal are going to once again dominate possession, I assume, and Aston Villa just have to hope to hit Arsenal on the counter attack, exploit any spaces. But Arsenal are very good defending the counter. Very, very good. All their defenders are very mobile. They all have very decent recovery pace as well. And they get back rather quickly, Arsenal. Arteta's created a very well drilled, cohesive machine. I will say this about Arsenal. The football that they play is not as good as like Wenger's football. It's not as good on the eye. It's very systematic. It's very pattern based. It's very repetitive. And it's not very spontaneous. And sometimes the closer you get to sort of the Man City methodical football, as good as it is, and I do like that kind of football, it can sometimes not be the most interesting to watch. I think this Arteta Arsenal team they're well drilled. They know their jobs. They know what they're doing. Arteta's had them for 4 or 5 years now, so I just think when it matters, they lack a bit of steel. Wow! So Tottenham's beat Everton 4-0. Man City won 4-1. Seeing all those results just made me more pissed off about the Man United result. Why do United have to have a shit manager? People want to blame the players, man. These are the players that we all agreed were good enough. We all like none of the players that we once sold started today's game. And I say we, I mean the United fan base that I see at large. What happens when your manager gets all the best players in the world? Let's say Eric Ten Hag got the best right back in the world, the best left back in the world, the best right, all the best players in the world, and he finished eighth with those players. Would we still be saying? I reckon a lot of people will be saying, "No, these players are not good enough. These players are not that good. They're not that good." Listen, Ten Hag is just not that good. That's all it is. Wow, Emre's already like immortalized at Aston Villa. Do you know what's interesting? It'll be very interesting to find out from Arsenal fans who they think the better manager is. No, who they prefer. No, no. Who do you like more at Arsenal? Who do you actually think the better manager is between Arteta and Emery? So I tell you what, yeah. I tell you what. I reckon Emery would have done better in certain situations where Arteta's bottom caved in. Like you guys have won no trophies in the last 5 years, and there's four available every year. There's four trophies available, and you haven't won any of them. And I know for a fact Emery would have taken you further in some of these little carding cups, some of these little competitions that you've had. So I don't know. It's a very interesting conversation. Who's a better manager really? Because I'm pretty sure didn't Emery win stuff for Arsenal? Did he win anything for Arsenal? Yeah. So it's Arteta's won nothing. I mean, he's won the FA Cup, so I guess he has won something in his first season when he took over halfway through. But as soon as he got his hands on your team and started molding your team, Arsenal, in his image, he hasn't won anything. Bigger fish to fry and all that. Emery didn't win any trophies. Oh, there you go. Come on, Arsenal. I'd be also curious to find out where Arsenal fans think they'll finish this season. Because in the transfer window, Arsenal haven't done much at all, in my opinion, to close the gap on Man City. John McGinn. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Arsenal's jackets they look like the Jamaican colours. It's not a Jamaican jacket. Mm. They're trying to capture the whole like the black fan base. So yeah, we are just a few minutes to go for this game. Hopefully, this will be a good game. If Arsenal win, they win. If they lose, then we are happy. But I think Arsenal will win. I mean, to be fair, I think Arsenal fans should be in my opinion, you guys should be content with a draw. Coming away from Aston Villa, home ground with a draw, isn't the worst result. It isn't. It, so a draw is a good result for Arsenal. One thing you don't want to do is lose the game. That's one thing you don't want to do. So there is a quite delayed kickoff today. So I'm thinking, what? It's 5:30, man. What the heck? Hurry up, man. Oh, nah. What's your name? Oh yeah, it's a top four, isn't it? Because Villa finished in the top four, Champions League, and that's another reason why I said, guys, Arsenal just not losing this game is a good result. If Arsenal win, of course, that's an even better result. But Arsenal not losing is a good result for Arsenal. Matty Cash, I love that. I love that name. You know, I don't gonna lie, Matty Cash. Give me my money. Onana is going to be a very, very good signing for Aston Villa. I saw him in the first game. Just his presence alone in that midfield, he's so dominant. He just dominates that area of the pitch physically. Let's see what this Rodgers guy can do. Watkins, I'm expecting the same old, the same. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm expecting the usual from Watkins. Bailey, I'm surprised Bailey's still there. You know, Bailey. When I first saw Bailey for Aston Villa, I thought he was going to be one of them players that just came and went like after like a season or two at Aston Villa. But I think he's been there for 3 seasons now. His first season was like a bit part season, but his last season was the season where he played very, very regularly. And he started this season as well. So it looks like Leon Bailey might be at Villa for a while. Especially when they signed Diaby. I thought Diaby was gonna do a thing. But obviously Diaby's gone now, so we've got Arsenal's team. It's the whole. You know, this is interesting about Arsenal. The whole Partey thing. Every year you hear stuff about Partey leaving, Partey being sold, Partey. Listen, Partey is probably Arsenal's best midfielder still, probably. I mean, you could argue Xhaka was, and obviously Xhaka's left Arsenal. Xhaka's won the treble, and he's went the whole season unbeaten. I think, well, the whole domestic season with Leverkusen unbeaten. So Xhaka leaving, he's vindicated. He's been fully vindicated. He's left and he's won league titles and whatnot. But people talk about this Declan Rice and all. Like, listen, forget all Declan Rice, forget all that. Partey's Arsenal's best midfielder still, outside Odegaard, obviously. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And there's always every season. There's always a conversation about Partey leaving and being sold. He never leaves. He's never sold, and he starts the season. So I don't even know what that's about. I get it after the whole R word and the whole thing with the women and whatnot. Arsenal might have felt like they had to let him go or they needed to let him go, but since that, I don't know. He's still here. This guy's still here. So I don't know. I just find it interesting, the whole Partey thing. R.I.P. to all the fallen soldiers. Well, they're not soldiers. All the fallen ballers. There we go. We're about to kick off. Arsenal wearing black. All right. When's the last time? When is the last time Arsenal Football Club wore black? Hmm. It's not even part of your colours or nothing. At least Man United colours are red, white, and black. Technically, Arsenal don't look good. They look weird in black. I mean, did he wear black last season? Is it even? Wait, is it even black? All hand in the house. We got all hand in the hizzle. Yes. Come on, Arsenal. I think yes. Yeah. This Arsenal on crack. These Arsenal players are coked up. That's why they run so much. That's funny. They're on coke.
Arsenal, Arsenal, it's your turn.
Arsenal fan. How you feeling?
Nervous, because Aston Villa did finish, like you said, in top four. So, plus, Emery is a better manager than
Oh,
Arteta overall.
you're sticking your head out. And you're saying that he's a better manager than Arteta.
And I say that because he's won a lot of trophies. He's won the UEFA, what is it, Conference League, a few times.
All right, Europa League.
Yeah, that's it. Europa League. He's won the I think he won the French league.
All right.
Did he? He's won a few trophies in his career, and he's definitely done better. But he's definitely done better at Aston Villa than he did for Arsenal. Might just be us.
Hmm. I mean, how do you? I mean, how do you rank what good is and what better is? Because Arteta hasn't won anything,
Mhm.
and Emery didn't win anything. So they
True.
both of them haven't won anything. So you can argue they're both done the same.
True.
But it depends how you want to look at it. Arsenal fans, I guess, are content with Arteta because the last 2 seasons you've been in a title race, and because you've been in a title race, it means you've made progress, or it means he's brought you somewhere that's consistently good. That you can always say, do you know what, we're going to be there or thereabouts. But what I don't hear from Arsenal fans, what the conversation isn't, which it should be, is is he now good enough to make you win the title? And I guess a lot of fans will say yes, because if we've come this far where we're only 1 point away, we're only one win away, or whatever, if we've come that far, then surely he can get us over the last hurdle. Surely. But then I don't know. I don't know, because the conversation could be then based on how the season went, both seasons, you should have won the league by 5 to 10 points. And the fact that you lost the league on both occasions, you could argue, shows that when it really matters, Arteta just isn't that guy.
Mm.
I don't know. It depends how you want to argue it, but you should have enough, I think, to beat Aston Villa today. But I'm just hoping it's a good game. I'm hoping it's a good game.
So you got me curious about the kit. So I actually googled it. The away kit is predominantly black this season to celebrate ties to the African community here and abroad.
What
It,
ties do they have to the African community?
the
Apart
kit,
from the fact that some black people support them. What ties do they have?
Club's connections to its supporters from across the African diaspora. So it's to represent the supporters.
The wearing a black kit represents black people.
No, apparently I think it's meant to have multiple meanings. It says the
I don't like what Arsenal are doing. You know, they're
it was
doing a
done
bit
in
too much.
collaboration with a black African artist and Adidas, and apparently
They just need to play football, Arsenal. I think because I know what Arsenal Football Club are like with the whole win the dog stuff and all these things. I just feel like when it comes to like black people, just leave us out of this all that PR stuff that you're doing. Just make good tops and all these little things. Unless you're doing a charity thing where you're like, okay, cool, we're gonna donate this and this and that to a country somewhere in Africa. Fair enough, do that. But don't do the whole like, oh, this kit is for black people. What? It borderline sounds racist to me. It's like, why is it for black people? Why? I'm a black person. I don't like that kit. It's just like,
it's meant to
I,
be the traditional Pan-African colours of black, green, and
hey,
red. Apparently, some
oh,
of
there you
the
go.
designs represent early designs from certain African countries.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel
Yeah,
like they're doing a bit too much when it comes to that sort of thing. It's like they're trying their best to shore up a certain fan base by pandering to them fully, and therefore cornering off a market
that's why they've
and
got so
and
many
and,
people
and,
using
and
the
money,
jacket.
cornering off a market and getting so you can get that money. It's all about money more than that's when I asked you what are they actually doing in
Mm.
these countries apart from doing a little kit and saying hi here's some red and green on the kit. It's Africa, African people. Look, buy it. Do you know what I'm saying? Apart from that, it's just like I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like it. But anyway,
I do, I get
it
it.
is what it is. It is what it is, guys.
Because they've done the Jamaican jacket for the same reason.
Yeah, man.
To links where they
Take
do actually have
my
players.
country, Jamaica, out your mother in
It's
mouth.
because of people like Ian Wright and stuff.
Just
They feel that they can have
keep Jamaica out your mouth. Oh, well done, Aston Villa. Well done.
Mm-mm.
Well done. The Villa's on the attack now, Bailey. That's not good enough. Oh,
Whoa.
well done. This is what Arsenal are good at. They're good at getting out of trouble. It's three against. The players are coming back.
Oop.
Martinelli, that pass to Saka wasn't that good.
No. Oh,
Oh, goalkeeper came out.
oh, God, I forgot it.
Okay.
Ex-goalkeeper, Arsenal.
Declan Rice. Oh, that wasn't.
Hmm. I don't know. I feel like it will be a draw or an Aston Villa win. I do.
I don't know the game. It's only been 7 minutes. I feel like it's. I feel like it's for me. I need to wait a while before I can see what patterns are emerging in the game.
That's fair though, because I do feel like
Like
Arsenal
I
got
feel like Arsenal have more quality, and that one counter attack that you had, you almost scored. But at the same time, and I also feel like I said before when the game started, on the counter attack for Aston Villa, Arsenal defensively always look well structured to defend the counter attack. I don't know how it's even possible, but you guys are very good when you're being counter attacked, Arsenal. Your defensive structure and the way you get back into shape is you're very well disciplined. You're very disciplined, Arsenal. Very disciplined.
yeah, that is true. Just when I think about some of the players at Aston Villa right now, Leon Bailey, Ollie Watkins, Onana, I'm like, these are good players. They're not bad at all. Some of them actually play for their countries. Like,
Yeah, most Premier League teams have players that play for their countries. No.
I think I forgot how
Oh, good. Matty Cash.
that the Aston Villa's a bit boastful now. I think I forgot because I've been focused on Man United and Arsenal.
You mean you forget? Oh. uh, yeah. Arsenal cutting out all the passing lanes, forcing Aston Villa to go back. The Arsenal basically saying, listen, either you're confident when you play the ball out from the back or you're not. We're going to force you to play good football. We're going to force you to play well. Well defended by Partey. Partey's like, no. Thomas Partey to John McGinn is like, no, come on, you're a little boy.
Yeah.
Look at Raya. Raya thinks he can play football. Putting his ball on foot on the ball and whatnot. You guys wearing your Lynx Africa kit. African ties and whatnot. Whatever, man. Oh, see, just keep passing and moving. Look at the way that us. See, we don't want to play that kind of football. We want to play, get the ball, and as soon as we get the ball, boom, attack. And if you can't attack, then you're gonna lose the ball. See, Arsenal, listen, there was no vertical pass on. There was no none. So Arsenal just kept moving it and moving it around until there was an opening. We don't know how to do that for some reason. I don't know why. But United are not coached to keep possession of the ball. Look at Arsenal just keeping the ball, waiting for their moment, like Man City do. No one's trying to force it. No one's trying to force the pass. If the pass isn't on, the pass won't be made.
He didn't even. Oh.
Injury here. Oh, that cross of Martinelli was not good. The thing about the whole Man United loss today as well, wow, this guy's getting treatment for Aston Villa, is the fact that Sancho didn't play, just like the match against Arsenal where United lost against Arsenal and Sancho didn't play. And I bet Sancho's going to be trending very highly after that Man United loss, even though he wasn't even in the squad, just like last time when he wasn't in the squad. People find it easier to blame things, other people. They find it easier. They find it easier to blame the other, the immigrant, the person that you can't see their face, the faced person, the boogeyman.
Mm.
And I think it's ironic that both occasions, this time and before, Sancho, like I said, wasn't in the squad, but I bet people's
Yeah.
anger and upset about today's loss
Will still be
is
directed towards him.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be directed towards Sancho. He had nothing to do with it. The way that people's brains work is so easy to turn people against other people. It's so easy to fear, as we know, fear and hate are two emotions that are very easily manipulated and directed. And football is something I like to study, and we're going to study on this channel, and we're going to see how people act, how angry football makes some people, not just in a moment. Because I understand you being a bit annoyed in the moment when you're watching football, but how angry it continues to make them even after the moment's finished. How it controls people's moods and how that anger and fear go.
Oof.
Oh, Saka almost. The anger and fear is manipulated by the football club and especially by the club's media department and PR department. The psychology of it is crazy. That was going in. I don't get why more people don't like. Saka always wants to do that. Costa del Velkovic.
Getting your debut when you never even planned it.
Is that Declan Rice taking the corner?
It looked like you, didn't it? Wow.
That's the thing about Martinez, man. Martinez is just crazy. Like
Oh yeah,
he's a decent shot stopper, but he'll do some crazy stuff every now and again. Every now and again, some sort of electric short circuiting happens in his brain, and he just does something crazy, like jump out, run out somewhere for no reason out of his box to do something, or yeah, he's just a wild goalkeeper, man.
yes. He's the one who got in trouble for doing mad gestures and stuff when he's picking up trophies. Uh, Ben White. Mm-mm.
Yeah, look, Arsenal have settled in. Oh, so far quicker than Villa have.
Oops.
Like I don't remember Aston Villa playing football in their box for the last 5-10 minutes, or in the opposition half anyway. Should I say? Look at the way that Odegaard is moving around. Look how much he's moved so far in the past 5 seconds. I don't understand why. Look, and then Havertz is dropping deep to get into a little space.
Yeah.
And then look, Partey's moving. Then Declan Rice is dropping deep, then dropping back. Then you don't see none of that movement when you're watching Man United. Everyone just stands still, and I don't understand it. I'm like, if you're standing in a position and you're marked, and there's a player right in front of you.
Mm.
Yeah, I get you have to occupy spaces as well, and it's very important to occupy spaces. But if you're standing in a position uh, and you can't receive the ball in that position, get into a position where you can receive the ball.
Yeah.
I just don't get like it's not even that difficult. Oh, Leon Bailey, what's going on? It looks like he just twists himself up and fell over. All hand him in the house. Smash a like, people, if you're passing through. We should win. So all hands Arsenal fan up in the chat, kind of agreeing with you, saying that you should win. I mean, if you do play to your potential, you have enough.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it might have twisted his ankle, Leon Bailey. It looks like it looks like his ankle. Because I was first of all thinking it might have been his knee. But yeah, that doesn't look good. And Aston Villa need Leon Bailey.
So he never. No one's injury ever comes in a good time ever. Really, no one
Mm,
wants to be injured. It's crazy. You can do your best to stave it off, but sometimes.
What is it? All the signings that Aston Villa have made?
Yeah.
Villa have been, yeah, they've been busy.
Yeah, there was like at least 10.
So what does it mean? Because it looked bad, but it looks like Bailey's running again. So is he coming on? You think?
Mm.
Looks like it. All right, well, he's back on. So
They spelled his name wrong. It's a
mm.
Leon Bailey with no L.
Bye,
Like, bye.
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 These guys are all athletes now. Look how closely everybody is marking each other, not allowing each other to like move anywhere. Like in order to play that way, you got to be almost like just as athletic as the other. Like the level of athleticism that's required right now to play in the Premier League, and the level of fitness that's needed, it's off the chain. Like
Yeah, it's another
I
level.
don't know, maybe it isn't, but I like to think that it is harder, man. In some ways, and the amount of running you have to do, and that's why, as a good footballer, it's hard for you to stand out because no matter how many like step overs you can do, no matter how many times you can not make somebody, you can be the best technical footballer in the world, but if someone can run 100 mile an hour in 2 seconds, I mean 100, but if someone can run 100 miles, yeah, in 2 seconds, obviously that's not possible, but then it doesn't matter how many times you beat him, he's just gonna get up and run back and catch you,
Yeah.
right? So that's why, and that's when all the managers and all the coaches realize, hold on a second, I don't actually need great footballers anymore. I need average footballers who are just amazing athletes, and it's easier to get someone who's just genetically an athlete,
Hmm.
who's someone who's fit, who can run around forever, who can tackle, who can do all the off the ball stuff. All the off the ball stuff they praise Mason Mount for.
Oh, yeah.
That's nothing to do with actual football. It's just to do with how athletic you are.
What are they doing?
Watkins missed.
Which I'm grateful for, but what were we
What
doing?
is that Watkins has missed? That's crazy.
I don't know why.
What's Gabriel doing? What's Watkins doing? I can't believe Watkins has missed that. He's like a Rashford. That's why people like, especially people in my group chat were like, he's better than Rashford. I'm not, but if he's better than Rashford, he's probably better than Rashford by like 1%. Watkins is like, he's Rashford to me, man. But yeah, that's crazy. That is a crazy miss. Was that Gabriel?
Yeah,
What was he doing, man?
I have no idea. Sometimes I just don't. He's been responsible for
There
us
you
conceding a couple goals
go.
we've been at.
Pressure. Arsenal on the pressure. Now the whole stadium's come alive. The crowd's come alive.
Yep. Mhm.
But yeah, and the football game now that we watch, it's about athletes really than footballers.
Oh, a bit too much on it.
Too much Odegaard.
Too much on it on this occasion.
Wow, Watkins. That's why I'm saying about Watkins. As good as people want to make him out, he is good, but you gotta hit the target there, man. And the thing is, he didn't even need to rush it. He could have taken a touch and then shot. And that's what I'm trying to say, like to you guys. Finishers are dead. Strikers in the modern game, they don't really exist. Not like they did back in the day. Like that is one of the easiest finishes, yeah, that you can see, that you'll ever see. The easiest.
It's been raining all day.
Yeah, the weather's been crap in London today. Terrible weather.
Terrible.
This is, 27 minutes on the clock. It's not really good enough for Arsenal, but like I said, this is Aston Villa. There are top four sides, so
Oh,
Saka falling over.
that was weird.
Yeah. All right. So as Aston Villa pushing Arsenal back. Yeah. We're definitely missing some really, really great goal scorers, some really good finishers in the modern game. There aren't too many. There aren't. And we are starving. I am starving of top quality strikers. Because the more I think about that Ollie Watkins chance, the more I think about Garnacho last week missing the open goal as well. It's just not good enough. I think if you're that close to the goal, as close to the goal as Ollie Watkins is, you have to get it on target. You have to.
I'm grateful he didn't, but I hear what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah. The thing is, the way this match is panning out, it seems as if there might not be too many chances in this match. I know Arsenal, they've created one or two opportunities without really creating
Mm.
a clear-cut chance so far today. But I reckon the first chance that Arsenal create, they will score. It feels like that kind of game.
I hope so. I want to see Arsenal score. I want to see us win the league this season. And if we don't do it this season, then I'm not going to bother caring beyond this season.
Yeah, you're gonna give up caring, yeah?
I'll still watch football, but I won't expect. I just think if you can't win it this season, Arsenal, the other teams like Man United, you guys are going to have time to develop and do all your development work and catch up. And that's when we're going to see the difference between the managers that we have and that Watford and Arteta.
You took it quickly. Look, give it. Oh,
Pass it again. Well done.
that was such a good interception from the defender. Because that is the difference between like that defender, it might have been Saliba, right? He saw that pass and he's like, I'm gonna step into that path and block that pass. And he had to time it perfectly. Because if he steps too quickly, he's vacating that spot too early. And then he's gonna see that he stepped and he's not even gonna make the pass. And then you step for no reason. Like he had to step as soon as he made the pass. It's just like it's about being proactive. And one thing I like about Saliba, he's a proactive defender, not just a reactive defender. He anticipates. The best defenders always anticipate where the ball could go, and they stand in the, let's say in the most appropriate, the most suitable position, right, to block the pass, to block the passing lane, because they can see that you're gonna do that. They can read what you're doing. Those are the best defenders, and that's what Saliba just did there. That was really good. Oh, Saliba tried to act like it was a foul on him, you know. McGinn has survived. McGinn has been playing for Aston Villa for a long time. Since Aston Villa got promoted, he's been playing for them. So that's like at least 5 years now. Probably longer.
Oopsie. Okay. That's
There we
nice. He
go.
played him on nicely. No, he didn't do that right there.
Yeah, that wasn't that good.
That was. What was that? That was it.
This passage of play is more what I expected from the game.
Oh my lord! I hate when they do that. Handball, handball, handball. Our fault. It was our handball. Why are they fighting?
The funny thing is, yeah, is the way the referee put himself in the middle of it. I'm like, listen, referee, you are good. You jumped into the pit of hell, the fire pit, and went and did this. I'm like, bro, I ain't dying for any of these players, bruv. I'm standing to the side and I'm watching to see what happens, and then I'm booking who I need to book afterwards, bruv. There's no way I'm jumping in saying, stop. That's so silly.
That was silly because one hit it into thingy, then Ben White was like kicking it back, and then it hit his. I think Saliba was just annoyed, especially the legacy issue when he got winded or whatever that guy was saying. But then when someone kicked the ball at him while he was on the ground with his hand on the ground, it's not your fault that you got kicked. The ball got kicked to your hand while you had your hand on the ground, but you've done a handball.
I don't even think that was Havertz's fault. I think the person that was making the run to the left, yeah, in that Arsenal move, in that counter attack move, the person on the left wing that was making that run, it might have been Timber, I don't know. He decided to change his run at the last moment, yeah, and make a run infield, make a dash towards the penalty box rather than, hang out on the left hand side. And I thought to myself, I'm thinking, bro, stay out there, man. Stay out wide, stretch the field. There's not enough footballers now, yeah, who know how to make the third man run. Like sometimes, guys, you gotta make a run, yeah, that's an unselfish run. You gotta make a run knowing that you're not gonna get the ball, right? Make a run knowing you're not gonna get the ball, but assuming you're gonna take a man with you. Another man has to follow your run, which means he's leaving another man open, or another, like, that's called an unselfish run. Not enough players are making those sort of decoy runs. Don't always run to receive the ball. Make a run to flip in for someone else to receive the ball. Oh, Odegaard's nice feet. Offside,
A
Saka.
little offside.
Odegaard needed to flipping shoot as soon as he could. Nice feet, then shoot, take a shot. Oh, well done. Once again, I like what Gabriel just did there when he cut that pass out, because he stepped across, he read the pass, read what was about to happen, and Gabriel just stepped across, shut down the passing lane. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. That was a perfect example of what I like about Gabriel and Saliba. Proactive defenders. Stopping fires before they become fires, right? Rather than reacting to flipping flames.
Like that.
React to the smoke. There's no smoke without fire, so react to the smoke before it becomes a fire. That is rubbish, man.
I think I need to charge the webcam at half time. No notifications.
All right. Low battery. Oh, here we go. Finish. Oh my gosh, Havertz. What was that? You just let the ball hit you. I don't understand what that was from Havertz. What was that? Pull back. So did he not strike the ball towards the goal? Did he not want to score? He just let the ball hit him. Let's see. Okay, let's see this again. pull back. So
He didn't want to score.
I just don't understand. I don't get that. I don't understand that Havertz finish. What? It doesn't look like he swung his boot yet to shoot. It looks like the ball just hit his foot and just went out. I'm like,
He did not swing his boot to shoot.
no, he didn't take a shot at all. I just don't understand it. It's
He's a
or maybe I don't know.
insider.
Oh,
Oh. No. Mm-mm.
ooh, stepped on his foot. Listen, I always say this. Every time I see someone step on someone's foot, I'm always like, oh my gosh.
You know that could hurt a lot.
That hurt. I don't know. It can hurt. It does hurt. It kills, literally. That's someone's metal studs on your flipping. It's like the material, the football boots, yeah, material. It's not some thick material, you know.
True.
Oh, great run.
Wow.
Great run.
That was
Wow.
that was definitely something.
This guy, he was like, listen, there's no options. There's no one to pass to. I might as well just keep going. Well done, man. That was a good run. Yeah, Arsenal. They're not playing that great, Arsenal. The crossfield passes that Arteta likes. Yeah, man. The way that I'm watching this game right now, and I'm looking at all the spaces. And I'm looking at the lanes and how teams structured, and I'm like, it is so tight. And all it takes is just one lapse. Look, one lapse of concentration. Arsenal are in. Just wait for that 2 yards. Just get 2 yards on somebody and just fizz the ball into that person's feet, and then boom, attack.
Oops. Oopsie.
All right, Aston Villa on the counter attack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Leon Bailey. Oh, all right. So Villa putting their foot on the game a little bit.
Oof. Trying to find a way through.
Oh, Leon Bailey. That was never gonna go in, man. You cheeky. I thought Ollie Watkins should have, rather than, because at one point Ollie Watkins looked like his run was gonna go straight, but then he chose to make his run across the attacker with the ball, and I was like, no, that's not the run. You just keep going where you keep running where you're going, man. And he hits Ollie Watkins because he was trying to make that run across. it's always interesting to see what runs a striker decides to make. Because some of the times I'm watching these strikers and I'm like, why are you making that run?
Mm.
Oh, that's so rubbish,
That's poor.
Martinelli, man. Yeah, some of the times I look at these strikers and I'm thinking, you're not an instinctive striker. You're definitely not an instinctive striker because that run you made has done nothing. It hasn't taken a man away, hasn't pulled a man away from space, hasn't brought a man towards space. You haven't evaded the defender. The run has just all the run's done is block the guy with the ball from doing something. Like football, yeah, is really an intelligent man's game. It really is. It's not good enough. Martinelli losing the ball again.
6 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
maybe the injury. I don't know.
Yeah, true. A lot can happen in 6 minutes.
What, the Bailey injury, right? No, I don't know actually. When I think about it, there hasn't been. Oh my God! I did it again so I can make the beat drop. What great challenge! Wow, that's when you tackle somebody, yeah, and you let them feel it. You let them know that you're there, that you're playing in the same match, the same game as them. Don't forget I'm here, you know. Saka just got clamped. Think about Saka, yeah. I've seen Saka get clamped time and time again, bruv. That fuffle in his bones, bruv, will not let him like get injured, bruv. Saka, like, is always fit. He plays all the games. He's always getting kicked, always getting punched up, and he just gets up and he's never injured. Like it's fake when you think about it.
He just always walks it off somehow.
Yeah, always.
Mm-mm. That's a foul, right?
I don't know, man. It didn't look like a foul to me, to be fair. But this guy, bruv. Who's this guy? This guy's just gliding past people like they're not there. Like he's on an ice rink. Like what the heck? Just and he's not even doing it at pace or with a lot of pace. He's just doing it slow. He looks out of breath though. He looks spent. Oh my gosh.
But oh dear.
What is that? I don't understand.
I like how the off the linesman ran with the ball all the way just to see.
Just wasted that, Aston Villa. As a manager, I would be so annoyed about that. You know, why have you just done that? Nice Arsenal.
Mm.
There you go. Where was the ball? The ball was between the man. You got always be between man and ball. That's what your coach says. Make sure the ball is where the opposite the opposite, far away from the challenger as possible. Saka does that very well. I always say that.
Yeah, he's
Get the
on that
foul.
side.
Get the foul. He shields the ball well, Saka, in that position. Do you know what? I thought this match would have been a little bit entertaining because I know Aston Villa, I know how they can play, and I know how Arsenal can play, and I thought these two teams are going to be going at each other. There's going to be like open spaces a little bit. There's going to be, a few counter attacks, but both of these teams, like, funny enough, Arteta's actually quite a pragmatic manager. He's more pragmatic, than I reckon, than Arsenal fans think he is. He's not. He's not an Arsene Wenger. He's not fluid like that. Like Arsene Wenger could have these wingers, Martinelli and Saka, change positions and switch and stuff. Like Arteta's not doing that for this Arsenal team. So both managers have set up quite pragmatically. It's not the worst game in the world, but let's be honest, it's not the greatest. As a neutral, it's not the greatest game to watch.
Yeah.
One or two one or two opportunities for both sides. Ollie Watkins probably should have scored, in my opinion. Saka cutting on his left foot, I wouldn't really call that a chance per se. Martinelli down the left hand side has had a few opportunities to put a few crosses in. I wouldn't really say those were chances, really. So I think Ollie Watkins' chance, if I can remember, is probably the biggest chance of of the match. I know Havertz is miss. I mean, I know the cutback was behind Havertz, but my thing is about those sort of cutbacks, especially when they're behind you, is that you you get your foot to the ball, right? Because your foot eventually gets to the ball,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's behind you. Your foot connects with the ball. So why not just control the ball? If you can't wrap your foot around it to shoot because the ball's behind you, but you can still get your foot to it, why not just control it and then do something else with the ball? If you can't take it, so the cutback was behind Havertz a little bit, so I'm not gonna go too hard on Havertz. But during the match, when I watched it initially, I thought to myself, do you know what? Maybe he should actually do better, Havertz, with that chance. So not the greatest game, a bit boring to watch. And I think if Arsenal fans were being honest with themselves, Arsenal became a bit boring to watch last season. Like the season before, you guys were scoring winning games 2-3-0, scoring multiple goals. Last season, you guys have won a lot of games 1-0. You guys, even though
Yeah.
you did that the season before, but especially last season, I think a lot of headers, a lot of set pieces, and Martinelli, not Martinelli, Gabriel scores a header, and a lot of set piece goals won you games last year, and a lot of times you did not play well last year. So I think this season is just, especially this match, from what I can see, is just a continuation of the fact that, do you know what, you guys actually play quite pragmatically. It's very much. I know football is a systems game now anyway, but you guys play very systematically.
Hmm.
So it is what it is. Ohan is saying, what's Ohan saying? Let's see what the chat is saying quickly before we have a quick break. Not a good game, boring. Simple as that. People are agreeing with us that this game is not the greatest game at all right now. But it is what it is, guys. Have you got anything to say?
No, just I have that agreeing with everyone saying it's a bit boring. Like I don't know. Would I rather have better football and we be losing, or boring or a draw? Probably a
I
draw.
like the way you position those trade offs. Like those trade offs don't even need to exist.
No, it's true.
But yeah, I like that. How about both? How about good football
And winning.
and winning?
I think that's asking too much,
But
guys.
yeah, cool.
Okay, let's. I will pause the camera. Let us charge it up a little bit.
Let us go for a little break, guys. A very quick break. We need to charge the camera, but we'll be back. Listen, hopefully this match won't be putting us to sleep. We are back. We are back for the second half. Back for the second half, and hopefully we can start seeing some. We watched the first game, Man United against Brighton, and we saw my team, Man United, get beaten, and rightfully so, I think. And now we've had one half of this match, and to be honest, I haven't been impressed. I haven't been impressed. So hopefully, from a neutral, we'll at least get some, at least a goal. Somebody scored. Ollie Watkins should have scored, to be fair, but it is what it is. As a Man United fan, I obviously want Arsenal. Fundamentally, I want to see some good. Game, everyone still I think I know what I mean. I mean, you're not. I think he's done enough in terms of brainwash. I don't, maybe not brainwash, but he's managed to mold your fan base. Arsenal win the goal. They've managed to prime your fan base to set that second, maybe, and no goal is good enough. Like, yeah, exactly. Someone's got to be taken. No, you're right. That's the argument. The argument is, will be, well, someone has to. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the priming of a fan base. It's the, let's create a mentality. Let's create a mentality of we're lucky to be, we're lucky to finish that. Like, listen, back 4 years ago, we were finishing 8, now we've got. we're like that. If you got that mentality, you would never want us to leave. You'll never do anything wrong because you're eating baby food before, and now you're. But both of them are not good.
I don't like. I don't. Look at your organization. During these days, so you're like you're gonna win the league, you're gonna score realistic goals, and then you're at your market. I plan with
behind closed doors. Are they acting? Are they know it? I think Arsenal, yeah, especially under Wenger, you guys are being as long as you can score, that's all that get your league, get your football has always been your main goal, and that's why you haven't been able to owners. In my opinion, and in the opinion of many people, I've never really had the ambition to keep on. Like the risk reward is not it's not good. Like why should you spend another 200 million in the league and get another million? Like risk, like finishing the top four is good. Maybe that's how they see it. Maybe the risk reward paid off is high. It's not high enough. So and yeah, and it's not that we win the league billion. Anyway, they're thinking, you know what? Cool, cool. You're about to start. You tell us to start at the season again. Yeah, and I thought buying a striker would be the first thing in the transfer window before buying defender, holding. You haven't done that much anyway.
I we make a better than anyone. So I think you're like
Wow.
that so badly.
Wow. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about Odie Watkins, bro. He's got to score the header, bro. He's got to score the header. Oh, what a save. Oh, why did he decide to use his head? He could have just volleyed it with his feet, Odie Watkins. The decision making right there is so rashly. It's so rashly. That rashly. I thought the ball was quite high. The ball was about waist high. When the ball's waist high, you can take a step back and volley it. You can take a step aside and volley it. You can jump up and volley it. Like how is he heading the ball and man. Oh man. He the thing about Ollie Watkins as well, yeah, that the thing is Ollie Watkins could have even taken a touch. He could have controlled the ball, taken a touch. Yeah, maybe one in the right foot. Leon Bailey wanted to go on to sorry. Leon wanted to go on his left foot so much. I'm like, bro, go on the outside, Leon, with your right foot. No, you just wanted to cut in right left. Everyone knew you wanted to cut in left. You had all that space on the outside. Man, why did he header it? Like, he could have volleyed it. It's like, what is he doing? I can't believe it. Arsenal should have lost the game. Let's be honest. Like, let's be real. Arsenal should be 2-0 down. 2 chances. Easy chances for Hollywood. Almost open goals. Like, you can argue they were almost open goals. Both chances. The second chance, goalkeeper laying down on the floor and he got up and saved. And the second chance, you're missing, like, you're basically got open goal and you're miscuing the ball. What are you watching? And this is the guy that people that want to go to the World Cup and want to be our savior. The savior of England. What are you watching? Now, after missing the first one, you don't go miss the second. You don't miss two. I can't believe you guys lie. You guys lie. He's Ollie the Wally. Wally Watkins. The Wally. His name's Wally Watkins. He's a Wally, man. I see him missing two empty goals. This is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I've been saying to you lot about quality of the strike in the modern guy. So all his grand and he still when he got like look at him like come on oh no come on but yeah this is what I'm saying guys about the quality forward like do you think Dwight York or Andy Cole I mean like yes strikers miss chance strikers always miss chance they always will but come on Waddy man this Waddy Watkins God Arsenal score a goal God. Some people are that, I get it I'll be right now Arsenal do not deserve bro. They don't they don't no, the God, we know how it works. Arsenal will get peppered. Will be like, will be deservedly, should be like, look at it. Arsenal will like deservedly, um, should be down 2 or 3 goals and they still manage. number 19, man. This guy is so strong. Every time you guys try to like foul him, he just really fast. But it's not number 19, number 27. Look again. He did it again.
Yeah.
Rogers. Passed it though. Rogers. He I was talking about that. Like Arsenal be a good, good. You guys found multiple ways to not like it. Wow, why didn't Saka shoot? It was your side. It's your side. No, I thought he was offside.
Wait.
Sometimes I feel like they got ready.
They might not be.
Someone there from the beginning is John McGinn. John McGinn. John John McGinn, who we
God. Yeah.
not even celebrating, yeah. Because he's thinking, I should start. That's what Trossard is thinking. Why ain't I starting? Yeah. This is a protest towards fucking management. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that ball went out. I thought the ball went out. That pass, that cutback, Saka. And he went across the whole number 27 pass of the ball. Rogers, Rogers, Rogers teed him up. Look, Rogers set him up like that. That was damn. I knew it. I did say that this match had that whole Aston Villa have had two clear cut chances. That's why you guys don't deserve to win the league. Because this game, yeah, will probably end with you guys winning. And you guys deserve. You don't deserve to win the game. Aston Villa deserve to win. And too many games were like this last season, where you guys weren't good. And like I said, you guys still won 1-0 because you guys probably too many games were like that last season. Just like this game, I'm like, really? We're going to watch another game where Arsenal were outplayed. Aston Villa had all the chances. Look at the shots. 5 shots from Aston Villa, 1 Arsenal, and you guys are going to win. I'm like, it is football, and at the end of the day, this is what football's about. You got to take your shot. But, yeah. Ollie Watkins, man.
Well, what? Oh,
No, you uh, look at Gabriel, man. With his massive man. He has the biggest set of white. I thought no, Firmino had a man. These Brazilians love going to their they love going to these Firminos and Gabriels. They go to the they come out with a massive white teeth that are too big for their head. I'm like, bro, bow them down or something. Don't have your two front teeth bigger than the whole mouth. Oh,
wow.
and then do the dream up.
I'm like,
quality of finish. You know what? Nothing about the Man United game. Oh, this Rodgers guy. When I think about the low level, when I think about Garnacho and his right, his Bruno Fernandes, and then Mount, the misses that happened earlier today, the misses that happened in this. When I think about the high profile, just in the small sample, it's the finishing level, finishing poor in the Premier League. Like it's not quality, not very high. Melly. Bobby coming on. Oh, that guy that was on the
He was
back. Arsenal are making this game. Arsenal, yeah, are boring team. Partey. 2-0 game over. There you go. Typical Arsenal game. Didn't play well, but won the game. 2-0. Partey. Right shot. Very, very hard shot. Towards the left hand side of the goal. Go right. Yeah, that was Andre Nana right now. The fan base is saying not the goalkeeper has to do better. Don't get too hands still loud. Don't, don't, but game that match. That, that, Calafiori.
When I just saw it, I said, "Must be." That's what I said.
Arteta is one of them people, the men that make it. Uh, uh, uh. Calafiori. Ow. Finish. Oh my god. Uh, he heard what I said. I didn't hear what I said. I don't know. But he couldn't score Odegaard. Oh, it's also quite interesting to see how people analyze because strikers don't get the heat that defenders get. When a defender makes a mistake or midfielder makes a mistake, right, that leads to a goal, they get a lot of heat, a lot of. But when a striker is missing open goals, missing opportunities to score, sometimes they don't. I think this match is about Ollie Watkins has to score one of those. He does. Obviously, from your perspective, you don't want.
No.
But as a neutral, he has to score at least one of those. And the fact that he doesn't, reason why that happens. It's really that simple. Like everyone needs to be talking about Ollie Watkins' performance, the fact that he couldn't score, but that's not going to be the conversation. And I'm always interested to find out how people interpret it. Because Aston Villa did everything they were supposed to do. They got Ollie Watkins had two opportunities. It should be 2-0, and he didn't want to score. And creating chances is harder than scoring chances. Those chances that he was asked to score, the header, he could have didn't need to and volleyed it or controlled it and then shot. And the chance where he hit it, he shot wide, he should have scored both of them. Those chances that he missed were easier to score than the creation of the chance. Creating the chances for him was hard to do. All he had to do was get a good foot. Both chances, all he had to do was strike the ball clean. If he strike the ball clean in both opportunities, he scored at least one goal. All he had to do was strike the ball clean, and he would have scored the first. And probably the second one, goalkeeper was on the floor, but he decided to head the ball. Like these guys are getting paid these guys are getting paid money, more money here than all the footballers back then would ever got paid, and they can't like all these simple shots. This guy is a full England international, and this is what he's doing. down because even though he was away, this player, I was like, the way that Aston Villa have been playing today, and what I've been seeing, if Ollie Watkins is not scoring those open goals and those, it's one of them days where you just know it's good there. That's it. Nothing else to say.
What? They took themselves out. Oh my God. Get up. Please do.
Mm. Leon Bailey looking at
Oh,
yeah, so
whoa, whoa, whoa! We got put in the face. I didn't know. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay. Wanted to fight him.
Colour Glory, Colour Flower, whatever you want to call it.
Cauliflower. Oh yeah.
He wants more time with that. Yeah, he's always been.
Oh dear. What? We get a yellow card.
Imagine imagine just putting the burners and the loo down the left. No one was you can already tell. done Arsenal 2-0. Aston Villa had opportunity to score, couldn't take their chances, and as usual, when you don't take your chance, punish, Villa have punished. 2 goals, one from Hazard, but he came on score. The second goal by Partey. The goalkeeper really should have saved the second goal. Both goals, I think, Aston Villa will be disappointed. The latter, they should have reached. It's one of them games where Arsenal have been able to win the game without being. It's familiar. It's a familiar thing now. Maybe not the first season, but definitely not the season, the last season. They won a lot of their games, which are the hallmark of a championship side that wins the game when they're not playing well. It's usually said as the hallmark of championship. So Arsenal probably can play better. I mean, not probably, they can play better. We've seen them play better. It's definitely not one of their better footballing games. Arteta found a way of like, you guys do the same thing again and again. It's about like you guys will do the same movement about 100 times a game. That's the way to go. The same kind of thing over and over again every game. That's why you guys don't play exciting. A lot of your goals look the same, which is good in a way, but it's all coverage after which is what football is now. It just means that once you've seen an Arsenal goal, you cut back and sure, that's our goal. Cut back and you same thing for Partey's goal. Cut back and Partey. Like two goals today were scored because cut back, right? And that's how you guys play. So it's just like never the most interesting game in terms of what we're gonna see. Which Arsenal fans might not even care about. At the end of the day, as long as you're winning your game, it doesn't really matter. Chelsea at the moment for me are probably the most interesting, only because I don't even know what to expect game. And with the combinations that they can play, Neto, all these sort of all these Gabriel, they can like they've got many combinations. With Arsenal, you're expecting back on the right, you're expecting to have a and you expect all of these players to play a similar way every game, which is good, but also if you're not winning, if you're winning, then nobody cares. But if you're not winning, it gets tiring, right? It's boring, right? Oh, there you go. Game is done. Match is over. Arsenal 2 nil on the same day that Man United also lost. Not like United were in the title race anyway, but it's important from our perspective that won your game. I think Man City have won this weekend, so Arsenal couldn't really afford. You can't afford not to, especially when Man City like Liverpool won today. Well, I think most of the top teams except Man United have had one. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened really. Like, nothing out of the ordinary happened in this match. Arsenal are the better team. They weren't the better team today. Not in my opinion. But Arsenal have better. Arsenal are more clinical. Their forwards are more efficient. They're just better. And only Watkins, like I said, that few opportunities couldn't take that. Whereas at the same time, really simple. Like, two teams, one team has a bit better quality, have a better players. Arsenal didn't play that well today. I was impressed by it. Like I watched United play, and I was impressed by United play. But I think at least Arsenal can play that. At least I know that. At least they know they can improve. I don't know if the whole of last season we played the same way. I don't know what more we do. Not out of these players. Players are good. United players can talk. I don't know about. I don't. I guess you're happy as an Arsenal fan about the result.
Yeah, like everything we need every win they have. It'll be
They beat Ipswich. I think most teams today like Tottenham violate 4-0. Fulham beat Leicester first game. Ten Hag decided to play the same team that like uh uh anyway guys, that's it. We weren't planning to do the game. I'm not gonna lie, I am hella tired. But yeah, great win. Great win for Arsenal. Great as a main fan, I don't care. But great win for Arsenal, man. You guys couldn't afford to lose this game. And United already mid-table. We already with a 0 goal. I think Ineos will learn very quickly that their decision is Ten Hag has to go. Needed to go. We'll see. We'll see in the next few weeks. Like I said, I'll be very excited. Right. Back to 0 goal from Man. I'm done. Today was not a good weekend from Man. We all are right. Win and win with large margin. Like yeah, and the fact that we've only scored one goal, like, we're finding it very difficult to score goals. We scored two. We scored two goals. But the fact that we are struggling to score goals, also. Anyway, guys, thank you for what. This one was a tiring match. This match was kind of boring, and it only came alive the last time. We'll be back maybe next week, maybe even tomorrow.